Americans fresh off the 4th of July travel season encountering some sticker shock at the pump. Today, the national average of price for a gallon of gas is at $4.80. Meanwhile, the White House is pointing blame at a new target for the sky-high cost, oil and gas companies, telling them to simply lower prices. But industry insiders are roasting that tweet, including our next guest from the U.S. Oil and Gas Association. Their response to the White House tweet is going viral, saying this, quote, "Please make sure that the White House intern who posted that tweet registers for Econ 101 for the fall semester." Well, joining us now is the president of the U.S. Oil and Gas Association, Tim Stewart. Tim, welcome to the show. It's good to see you today. I mean, what does this administration fundamentally misunderstand about how the system works?
Well, it's interesting, and appreciate you giving me the opportunity to clarify this a little bit. There seems to be this fundamental misunderstanding of supply and demand. And that tweet was a little tongue-in-cheek, obviously, but the reality is if somebody who tweeted that was higher than an intern, then that's a little disturbing with regards to the fact that people in the communication shop in the White House don't understand basic economics. And that should be a concern for all of us.
It's interesting, Tim. They say that they're having discussions with the oil and gas industry. That's you. So are they speaking with you or your representatives there?
Well, so, there was that high-profile meeting a few days ago with regards to the companies who had refining operations that was held by the Secretary of Energy. The president chose to go to the wind energy meeting instead, which he sort of avoided the hard discussion in advance of the easy one. And the reality is we're having slow conversations, but they really need to step into overdrive and use us as the fix to this problem. For whatever reason, Sean, they are really, really reluctant to reach out to us. And primarily the reason why is because if they did, they'd have to admit that they were wrong on their policy decisions.
Biden keeps accusing your industry of price gouging, and reports suggest that's actually not true. But I mean, either way, if you look at it, at the end of the day, oil and gas industry, it's not a charity. This is a business. Are their expectations unrealistic of what companies can actually do and how they can change prices?
Well, the energy industry is a very, very complex industry, obviously. We're not monolithic. We're comprised of the producers, the exploration production, we've got the refining, we got the retailers, the pipelines, the transportation, et cetera. We are a very, very big and complex industry. And for whatever reason, that tweet, for example, just seems to do a disservice to the Americans by saying that the oil and gas industry can flip a switch and have more product and bring down prices. It just doesn't work that way. The reality is we require an awful lot of capitalization. And when the White House, through its communications over the last 18 months, has said we're going to sunset this industry, we're going to make it go away, that sends a clear message to Wall Street that maybe we ought to slow walk the investment that needs to be made in this industry. And that's where I think a lot of the miscommunication has taken place, where they intentionally say one thing, well, we're working like the devil to bring prices down. And on the other side, they're doing everything they can to intentionally keep prices up.
Hey, Tim, every association in D.C., their job fundamentally, and I'm not trying to tell you anything you don't know, is to represent the companies and the employees of that industry, right? You need to have relationships with lawmakers and government officials. And I love the tweet. I thought there's a reason it went viral. It's because it was true. And I think it spoke to a lot of the feelings that a lot of people and the frustrations that they have with this administration and how they're dealing with this issue. But I got to wonder, when you sent the tweet, did that, do you think, hurt your relationship maybe with this administration?
Well, what's there to hurt at this point? They've been so hostile to the industry as a whole. And the reality is I would hope that this would be kind of a wake-up call, that they can't solve this problem without us. They need us, and that's going to require a greater degree of collaboration and outreach. And you're right. As an association, that's what we're designed to do. We're designed to represent a particular segment of that industry. My guys in the U.S. Oil and Gas Association are the small independent producers, mostly. It's the privately held companies. It's the guys who take the risks. It's the family companies been around for generations. And frankly, they're tired of being the punching bag for this industry, for this administration. And they really want us to start pushing back. And so, again, that was a tongue-in-cheek tweet, but I hope it sent a message loud and clear.
It did.
Tim, I have seconds left, but how much longer can your industry sustain this type of attack from this administration? Only about 20 seconds.
Well, it's been the most hostile political and regulatory environment we've ever had as an industry, but the reality is never bet against us. We've been through a lot, and don't bet against this industry. It's a fool's bet.
All right, Tim, appreciate your time this evening. Good to see you.
Thanks, you guys.